Um, we all have been at a point in our lives where we just simply wanted to give up, where we just wanted to yield, we just wanted to give in to whatever it is that is suppressing us, and we've always been at a point where we feel like we cannot take this anymore, where we feel like we cannot do this anymore. But the moment when we feel like God is not there, the moment when we feel like we cannot take this anymore, the moment when we feel like we are not loved, the minute we feel like we are unworthy, that's when the power of God just comes upon us like a flood and overtakes us in a miraculous way that no one would understand. Yes, it is normal for you to feel that you are unloved, to feel unworthy, to feel powerless here on earth. It is because you are surrounded by human beings who are bound to hurt you and to disappoint you. But the other day I was praying and I asked God a question. I asked God, I said, God, why is it that I am always feeling so down? Why is it I'm always so unhappy? Why is it that I'm never free? That I feel like I'm in this prison that I cannot get out of? Why is it that I feel that I'm held bondage by something? I'm never happy. I'm always complaining. I'm always exhausted, and not because I was overworking myself. I'm not physically exhausted, but I'm emotionally exhausted. And the voice of God just came upon me. It came into my heart, into my spirit, and it said, the reason why you are always feeling like this, it's because you are living your life to impress other people. You care so much about making other people happy, yet you forget that these are human beings and they are bound to disappoint you. The reason why you are always disappointed is because you focus so much on what will make other people happy that you forget that there's a God that you have to impress. If you impress me, you will always have inner peace. You will always have joy because I will never disappoint you. Forget about these human beings. They are just as human as you are. And I have come to realize that sometimes I just care way too much. I care way too much to a point where I even care for people who don't care about me. I love people who don't love me. That is why I'm always disappointed. That is why I'm always hurt. And that leads me to segregate myself from the uh, I segregate myself from the crowd. That's why I always find myself being by myself. That's why I always find myself wanting to be alone, and I find myself not talking to people because I feel more loved when I am by myself. I feel that I love myself more than anyone could ever love me, and I care for myself more than any human being could ever care for me. Right now, I feel like I'm at a point where the only person that I can depend on is God. Even though you feel like, okay, sometimes you think the people that are closest to you have your back, but then it turns out that they're the first ones to turn their backs on you. That even sometimes you feel that even though you are surrounded by people, yet you feel so alone. Those are the times when you just need to turn to God, because no one can fill the void that no one can fill the space like God can. No one can fill the void like God can. The only person who can just take away every trouble of your life is God. Sometimes I just feel like I want to go to a place where there are no cars, where there are no houses, where there are no human beings, to a place so peaceful that it almost does not exist. I want to go to a place that almost doesn't exist because I just want peace. I want peace in my life. I want peace in my heart, in my spirit. But I've come to figure that I am in this place, I am in this world because God put me into this place, and He's equipped me well enough within for me to have the power to be able to overcome whatever challenge comes my way. Whenever I feel down, whenever I feel low, I should always know that there's a God in heaven who is seated on that throne. Whenever I feel unworthy, Whenever I feel disqualified, whenever I feel like an outcast, I should know that there's a God in heaven, there's a Father in heaven who is so proud of me, who sees potential in me. He has a reason why he has kept me alive. He has a plan for my future. He has a plan for my life, that if I give up now, I'll only be disappointing him, and I only live to impress God, and I do not want to do anything to disappoint him. But I know that if nobody else is proud of me, I know that God is proud of me. If no one else sees potential in me, I know that God sees potential in me. So I'm living not for anyone else, but for God. My life was a gift from God. What I do with it is my gift to God. Thank you.